Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I want to tell you guys 3 ways to avoid getting flaked on. All right. Now, before I begin, remember that you can't 100% avoid women flaking on you. Right? Because sometimes what will happen is that women will just flake on you for whatever reason that has nothing to do with you, right? But there are certain times where you might do certain things or make certain moves that makes a woman just want to flake after she, told you she would meet you for a date, right? So I'm going to tell you these 3 things and you can implement this into your game when you're actually out there doing stuff with women, right? So first thing you guys should do to avoid getting flaked on is stop texting or calling women before the first date. Stop texting or calling women before the first date. So for example, let's say you match with a girl on a dating app on Monday and you set the date for Friday evening, right? So she agrees to go to the date on Friday evening, right? So what I'm saying is don't text her Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, don't text her during the week. Don't call her during the week. All you do is on Friday morning, you confirm the date for that night. See, the thing is this, what happens is a lot of you guys will get flaked on because you're doing too much communication, before the date, right? And what happens is that when you do this communication, when you're interacting with these women, what happens is they're judging you based on what you're saying in the conversations or through the text. And then they start to pick out things that they don't like. And then that makes them flake on you. See, what happens is that women are usually looking for red flags. They're looking for a reason to say, okay, yeah, well, he's not the guy. I'm going to just, call this a day, right? But if you shut up and don't say anything and only meet that woman on a date, she's more likely to come see you on the date than flake. Because a lot of times what happens is all that communication is messing things up. Shout out to my dude K-Zag, and he says, over communication kills attraction, right? So do not text this woman and go back and forth with her before the date. Now, I know sometimes women will text you and, be like, oh, I want to get to know you, or they're just trying to have conversation before the date, right? But if the girl texts you on some good morning, how's your day? You can respond and say, oh, my day is good. Well, listen, looking forward to seeing you Friday, and then you shut the fuck up and you keep it, going in that direction. So the first thing is make sure you are not going back and forth and having these conversations, because the conversations that you have, you end up saying something that makes her second guess going on the date with you. But if you would have just shut up, then there'll still be that mystery there of, oh, who is this guy? I'm wondering about him. And then she has to come to see you on the date. So that's number 1. Now, the second way to avoid getting flaked on is that when you guys are flirting with women, right? Women that you meet on the street or at a party or at a bar or whatever it is, right? Make sure that the woman is showing you sexual interest before you exchange information, before you exchange numbers. So what most guys do is this. They meet women and they talk at women, right? So they're just like, hey, what's up? My name is Charles. What's your name? Stacy. Stacy, you're cool. Take my number, or let me get your number. We should hang out, right? So he's just rushing through the process and basically talking at her just to try to get her number and that type of thing, right? What he didn't realize is that woman wasn't necessarily attracted to him. That woman wasn't really interested. So even though she gave him the number, even though she agreed to go on a date with him when he set up the date, this woman initially wasn't really that interested in him, but he didn't know because he was talking at the woman instead of talking to the woman, right? So when you guys are interacting with these women, you have to talk to them and not at them. And you also have to make sure that you are flirting and building sexual tension within the conversation so you can see if she's going to respond and reciprocate that type of energy when you're dealing with the woman, right? And so what happens is if she's reciprocating that type of energy, then you exchange information, then she is more likely to see you on the date, right? Because she's showing interest. So for example, let's say you are, talking to this girl, you start flirting with her, and you say something like, you're like, hey, listen, you seem like the type of woman that I, usually like to please in the bedroom, but I don't know, there's something about you that's making me think that you won't be able to handle what I'm bringing to the table, right? So now let's say you say something like that, and her response is she's smiling, she's giggling, she's blushing, she's responding back and interacting with you, and she's entertaining that thought. So now that's when you exchange information and set something up for you guys to get together, because now she would be looking forward to that. What most of you guys do is you just talk at the women, right? Instead of talking to the woman, and just try to get her number, and you don't realize the woman that you are exchanging numbers with is not really sexually interested, and you don't know if she's sexually interested or not because you're not flirting and building sexual tension. And then therefore you get flaked on because you're trying to set a date with a woman who was never interested in really seeing you on a date in the first place, right? Now, let's move on to the last thing. So the last thing on the list, right, is to avoid getting flaked on, is to only really deal with women who are showing consistent cooperation, right? Only deal with women who have that high interest, who are showing consistent cooperation. So what does that mean? So that means whether you meet a girl, on the street, at the bar, at the club, or you meet a girl online, dating app, social media, whatever it is, she is showing consistent cooperation by doing what you say the entire time. She's not giving you any resistance. She's not giving you any pushback. She is consistently making it happen as far as what you're telling her to do. So if you meet her on a dating app, you say, hey, let's meet Friday, 8 o'clock. She says, sounds good. You say, hey, text me your number. She texts you to the number. You say, meet me at this time. She's ready to meet you at that time when you confirm. Everything is flowing without her giving any resistance, right? Let's say you meet a girl, at a bar or something like that, and you're talking to her, you're engaging with her, you're flirting with her, and the entire time she is showing you consistent cooperation. You're flirting, she's flirting back. You tell her to, walk outside with you, to talk outside with you. She's walking outside and talking with you. Everything that you're telling her to do, she's doing, and she's cooperating, right? So this woman is more likely to not flake because she's showing that consistent cooperation, which means she has high interest. All right. So guys, listen, if you need any more help, and I know you do, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com and badboymembership.com. All right. So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, guys. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. If you're tired of spending your time, money, and energy on women just to find out that they're not sexually attracted to you, they're not trying to hook up or anything like that, or if you get into a long-term relationship with a woman who doesn't respect you, who's giving you a headache, having a lot of attitude, if you're tired of these things happening, right? Make sure you go to shoplocario.com to get my program, Master the Vetting Process, because vetting is a very, very important thing when it comes to the dating game. And if you don't vet women, you are going to be unsuccessful in any situation when you're dating. So make sure you go to shoplocario.com right now to get your copy today. Step up your game and go to shoplocario.com. That is the place where you can get my books, audio and video programs in one place. All you got to do is type in shoplocario.com and step up your game today. Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Click the link below or go straight to mr.locario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, the definition of game.
opinion, it's the best dating coach on YouTube or whatever the fuck. Everything he says, ambulance. Everything he says, I have nothing against him. I have no contradiction. Everything he says, I say, yeah, it's this guy, it's on point, you know. This guy is good. This guy is how he's supposed to be.